Hi, welcome to Free Meditation TV. My name is Andrew and this is Oksana.
Hello! Today we will talk about New Year resolutions.
It's that motivating time where we want to make changes in our lifestyle, eating habits, healthy exercise, maybe something to do with work, and we're going to talk today about how meditation can help you achieve your New Year's resolutions.
We will start with discussing the topic why usually they fail, or most of our New Year resolutions. We want to eat healthy, like you said, but then we'll end up into our usual habits of junk food. Or we want to join the gym, but after a week or two, a month, we fail in that. So what happens within us, that's more important than what we decide outwards. And it comes into the subtle, into Sahaja Yoga territory.
The Sahaja Yoga can really help you because traditionally, with the New Year's resolutions, we have to use our willpower. So let's say, for example, we're a bit greedy for food and we want to be a little more slim and trim or eat healthier. So this equality of the left side, the desire power of our body, that desire for food. So if we use willpower alone, we keep preventing this desire, and eventually, like an elastic band, the energy comes over, it snaps back, and then we indulge in the food. But with meditation, what we're saying is that you can develop this inner power where those natural tendencies to move to the desire channel are limited, and then you don't have to use your willpower as much.
So since our chakras, the state of our chakras is not changed, then the outside reactions would be the same. For example, if your New Year resolution is to be a balanced person and not shout at your kids or your spouse, then suddenly, eventually, somebody will provoke you and you'll return to yourself. Because inside, the center that's responsible, we could say, of the talking to others, shouting at others, your Vishuddhi chakra hasn't changed. So now going back into the central channel, how that could help us to maintain our balance.
So the example Oksana was using is, if we want to get rid of aggressive tendencies, is when our energy moves to the right channel. And we want to avoid the trap where our mental willpower, we're absorbing, tolerating, and like to the elastic band on the right side, it snaps back and you lose it. So we're going to talk now about how meditation can help build the strength of the center channel, the Sushumna Nadi, and that those tendencies to move to aggressive nature on the right side or our desirous nature on the left side can just be naturally minimized so that we don't have to use our willpower quite as much.
Sushumna Nadi, the central channel, corresponds to our parasympathetic nervous system. It's para. It activates when we sleep, and it gives us energy. It gives us power for the next day of work. So what happens when Kundalini energy rises? It rises on this parasympathetic nervous system, and it gives us this state when we are relaxed, balanced, and we are not very reactive because we're in the state of witness. And the more we meditate, the more we start with very, very thin Sushumna Nadi, central channel. But when it grows in us, we become this balanced personality that everybody likes, because people do like people that are balanced.
The Sushumna Nadi actually expands, it widens. You can absorb more. So you could absorb more desirous tendencies that you don't require them, like overeating, and at the same time you can absorb more annoyance from coworkers or bosses or the kids that bother you in your family, and that you just don't move to that channel. You just simply don't move and get angry. You're strong in the center.
So what happens within you is that although you might react to the outside provocations, I would say, but the amplitude of reaction is smaller. And eventually you will notice that the same thing don't bother you. This is the quality of the central channel. Then you will notice that you are not running into the same mistakes. You're meeting the same wrong people. You will see and watch people more. That's the quality of the central channel.
Another name for the central channel or quality is the channel of evolution. So we want to go above and beyond. We want to evolve even more from our animalistic tendencies into a higher level of awareness. And meditation is the answer to do that.
So meditate every day and get your strong central channel, so you would be, as we call it, masters of yourself, master of the situation, and you wouldn't be just easily manipulated into reaction that other people might want from you.
On behalf of Oksana and I, we wish you the best for 2019 and wish you the best in fulfilling your New Year's resolutions. Let's hear a talk now of Srimataji about meditation.
One has to understand that what is the best within a human being is his axis. And everybody has an axis, and one must respect the axis of every person. In Sahaja Yoga, I don't know you by your faces so much. I know you by your chakras, by your sushumna, what sort of a sushumna you have. If you have a deep sushumna, I know you as a deep person. If you have a superficial sushumna, I know you as a person with a very superficial type of a sushumna. And even if you make up something by sort of being very nice or good or talking about Sahaja Yoga or knowing too much about Sahaja Yoga and saying things which will baffle normally anyone as if you are masters of Sahaja Yoga, I know how deep you are. So the depth on the axis is more important than anything else. Your axis has to be very deep. Now you will say that, Mother, the axis is the same as it is. So how can it be deep? So in the axis, as you see, is made in human beings, is like a 3.5 coiled paper-like thing. And the inside of it is the Brahmanadi. The Brahmanadi is a very, very small little, we can call a very, very hair-like thing, where only a hair like Kundalini can pass through. But when the person is deep, this Brahmanadi is bigger, and all the rest of them, which are coiled into each other, are smaller. While the people who are not deep, their outside, what you call the foldings, are bigger than the inside small thing. Now such people could be apparently very dynamic, may look very intelligent, may look very smart, may look to be very good looking, or whatever it may be, outwardly. But inwardly they are not deep. Inwardly, if they are deep, their whole attitude is beautiful. They are very joy-giving people. They are very joy-giving. And the more, if you meet a person of another kind, he may look joyous, he may try to give you joy, but the joy won't be really that deep. It would be like a joy killing. So it is important for us to make our axis deeper. And that is where we lack the proper assiduity, the proper effort we have to put in. Now some people have automatically very deep axis, and some people have very, very, what should you say, a very constricted type of the axis. This axis has to be grown. Now when you come for my puja and all that, I do expand it, I agree. But it is a temporary thing. To retain it at that point, one has to work at home, in the collective also. One has to work very much at home with meditation. But it should be done seriously. It should not be just a joke, to be frivolous, to be stupid. That's not the way. It should be done very seriously in the meaning that it is a devoted task you have taken. It's a meditative thing. It's a prayer to God. We can call it, it's a puja to God. Is to be done with that reverence, because reverence is the key of achievement. If you have no reverence about yourself and no reverence of others, then it cannot be done. But first you must have reverence for your own life. What am I doing with my life? Where am I wasting it? Why should I waste it? Why should I be deep? After all, there must be some purpose of my life. Am I serving my purpose? Am I doing that? All these things, if they pop into your head, then you will understand it's very easy to fight out your ego. Because normally on small things people fight. I've seen that in Sahaja Yoga also, people fight on things like, it's so useless, absolutely useless. To me, it sounds stupid to even mention the way people fight over small things and quarrel. But a deep person, even if he doesn't speak much, even if he doesn't show off much, even if he doesn't sit in the front line, he expresses himself through his depth, because I can work out better through that. So to develop this, one must meditate. Important thing is to meditate. Every day, every day, every day. You may not eat your food one day, you may not sleep one day, you may not go to your office one day, you may not do anything that you are doing every day, but you must meditate every day. That's an important point to develop the central constricted part into a bigger area. Now, when that happens, that you start developing it, the first thing you will notice about yourself, that you do not care for any comfort. You're not bothered about any material thing. Whatever it is, you are above it. You just don't bother your head. Let it be. You just don't want to put your neck into a thing where you do not belong. You just get out of it and you think that, oh God, this is too much for me. I just don't care for it. So your whole attention now moves inward. When the attention starts moving inward, then it expands more. This is the inner part, which is called as the Brahmanadi, and starts expanding and expanding. Now, in small things also, say for example, if I have not mentioned somebody and mentioned somebody else, then they feel, oh, why didn't mother mention my name? It's too small a thing that it doesn't matter. As long as you have a deep axis, you are with me, I am with you, absolutely one with each other. But these outward things are, oh, she gave a nice sari to another one, she never gave us a sari, she didn't do this, didn't do that. All those things, if it comes to your head, that means absolutely is true that there is something lacking within you. Or if you try to complain, oh, I went there, I had to go by a bus and I had to stand on this thing, that shows that you are not comforted at all. This widening comforts you. That's the comforting thing. And that really makes you feel so comfortable in any circumstance, in any position, in any lifestyle. And you do not want to have any other comfort. And this one has to develop through meditative effort.
Welcome back. Now we will meditate together. So sit straight and let's use our hand to raise our energy kundalini like that. Let's do that a couple of times. And when we do that, we could feel maybe there is a cool breeze coming from the top of your head. It means that the energy kundalini crossed your chakra and you could feel nice and cool. Let's do that a couple more times like that. Now keep attention on the top of your head. Put your hand back and let's meditate together.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a couple questions now.
Question number 1. I want to stop drinking and smoking this year. Will meditation help me to stop?
Yes, it will. Drinking and smoking are things that can really be supplemented by not just willpower, but by meditation. And the first step is that meditation will help reduce the cravings of both smoking and drinking.
There were cases when yogis, people who regularly meditate, just after awakening the energy of Kundalini, they don't need to go back to those habits.
These are really tough ones to fix. It will be a really challenging New Year's resolution. But if you have patience with yourself, you incorporate meditation twice a day, 10 minutes a day, you can help lessen those cravings and hopefully kick those habits for good.
Another question?
Question number 2. Can meditation help me lose some weight this year?
When you become your own master, and this is what yogi is, his own master. He's master over his body, over his mental body, over his physical body, then yes, you could you could be more detached about food. But it's so much more than just losing weight. You become a different person. You become the person on the central channel.
Think of meditation as something that's slow and steady, and slow and steady wins the race. Meditation is a living force on the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system of your body, where the Kundalini rises up your spine, helps you establish that balance inside, more of a restful, rejuvenated state. And when you're in this position, you're less likely to crave food, to eat more. You're more likely to be able to reach some of your goals, such as losing weight.
I would add to that when you feel your vibrations, you eat according to your needs. For example, if you feel that your left side is a little down, then you could eat more proteins. Or if you feel that your right side needs to cool down, you would eat more carbs. So food becomes just the means to well-being, not the pleasure that you seek.
Any more questions? Well, once again, good luck with your New Year's resolutions of 2019, and Thanks for watching.
See you soon.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, and if you have any questions whatsoever or suggestions, please send us an email. We'll be more than happy to get back to you.